This match could very well be the most devastating match in the history of No Limits Wrestling, and I say that without hyperbole, because someone's career could end at True Grit. The third and final cage at the very top of the arena, that's where the NLW Championship will be held. Get on top, grab the championship, and you're the champion. You see, to a normal man, this wouldn't be worth it to put yourself through this, but I know Bryan, Omega, Owens, they are not normal. Will I do everything it takes to win that triple cage match at True Grit? Yes. Will Daniel Bryan walk out of True Grit as the champion? Yes! Kevin Owens is the next NLW champion. There isn't a single doubt in my mind that that is what the result will be at True Grit. For you, it will be lights out, goodbye, and good night, bang. And that is undisputed.
Adam Cole, your ass belongs to Stone Cold.
We are going to punish you, Austin.
I'm going to tear through the Undisputed Era if it's the last thing I do. The NLW Championship will be on the line. Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega, and Kevin Owens inside the Triple Cage.
Will step in to the most brutal structure in wrestling, the Triple Cage. Who will have enough grit, determination to walk out of here as NLW champion? Find out tonight. Welcome to NLW True Grit. It is a wild night of action that we are presenting for you guys. And we're going to kick things off with the Women's Championship on the line. The man has arrived. Becky Lynch, after being assaulted by what she called a gang of thugs, leaving her injured throughout the majority of this year. In her first pay-per-view match of the year, she gets a shot at the women's title. However, if she cannot beat Ronda Rousey here tonight, she will never get a shot at Rousey again. But Becky is willing to take that risk if it means getting her hands on Ronda Rousey, who she believes is the reason she was attacked. And it's hard to argue that. But we still don't know who it was that attacked Becky Lynch. There are rumours circulating that Ronda Rousey had something to do with it. But so far that's all it is, it's rumours. Well, Ronda Rousey, she has carried the women's division for this year, thanks in part to Becky Lynch being taken out, and also, let's not forget, the woman she took that women's title from, Ember Moon. Ronda Rousey put her on the shelf as well. She's still got several months of recovery left, thanks to Ronda Rousey and that armbar. And Becky Lynch, is that arm 100%? You have to believe it isn't. And now Rousey goes after Becky Lynch to start this match, and a German suplex right out the gate. And a vicious kick to the stomach, punting Becky Lynch. Now on the outside, and Ronda right again, working on the ribs. And Ronda looking for a Samoan, but right into the ring post. And Becky Lynch with a Bexploder into the barricade. Very hard, going right into that barricade. And now Becky Lynch on the apron with a drop kick. The missile drop kick off the apron takes out Ronda Rousey. And a crossbody, but Rousey rolls through on the shoulders. Sunset flip, in for the cover, but a kick out. Rousey back on her feet. Goes for a clothesline, but right into the disarmer. Is Ronda Rousey going to tap out here? Thanks to the disarmer. No, oh my God, look at the strength. And Rousey slamming Becky Lynch head first into the turnbuckle. Brutal offense from Rousey already, and again goes to work on that injured arm. the arm that was slammed in that car door by Shayna Baszler a few weeks ago. And a DDT from Rousey. The champion on a roll. And again, pounding the back of Becky Lynch. And right into the triangle choke. That MMA background coming into play here. She was unstoppable in the UFC for a time. However, she was beaten. And now look at this though. Becky Lynch turning the triangle into a Celtic cross. One of her mentors, Fit Finlay, must have taught her that one. And an arm drag to Rousey, who's now on the apron, and Becky Lynch going for a tiger suplex, but elbows away free. And now a kick, and Rousey hanging on. And Becky Lynch, oh my God! Becky Lynch with a hanging leg drop. That could have done some serious damage to the vertebrae of Rousey. And look at this again. Right off the top. The hangman's leg drop. True grit is what Rousey and Becky have. And we are live here tonight for the aptly named pay-per-view as Becky Lynch drags her back in with a superplex. And once again goes for the Exploder right into the disarmer. Is Rousey going to give it up here? Becky Lynch has it locked in. And wait a minute, look on the apron. It's Rousey's lackey, Shayna Baszler, who Becky decks, causing the distraction with Shayna. And now look out for Rousey. Knockout blow. But Becky kicks out. And she almost broke the nose. She may have broken her nose right there. Becky, her face busted up. And Becky catches her. Burning hammer! Burning hammer to Rousey. But Becky can't capitalise. All that blood is rushing to her head. And now with the steel chair, but Shayna booted off. And what the hell is this? Is that Paul Ellering? Wait a minute, off the distraction. Ronda Rousey, go for the armbar. No, Becky Lynch rolls her up. And she's done it. Becky shocks the world. And Becky Lynch, face covered, nose shattered. She is the new NLW Women's Champion. But what a chaotic ending. There's the punch that broke her nose. Then the burning hammer from Becky Lynch. Shayna tried to get involved, and then on the apron, that's Paul Ellering, but why is Paul Ellering here? Well, off of the distraction, Rousey tried to capitalise, but Becky Lynch had it scouted with a crucifix pin. And Rousey cannot believe that she's been beaten here tonight. She's livid. And Becky Lynch, she's going to have several stitches in her nose, at least. And again, what is Paul Ellering's deal? Why is he out here? Well, in all the commotion, Ronda Rousey pissed off as Becky Lynch reigns as the new Women's Champion. And there you see a man who has no remorse. The leader of the Ministry, The Undertaker, holding his brother Kane's mask. We don't know what has happened to Kane, but Undertaker has alluded to something involving Kane being under his control. Well, tonight, Chris Jericho hopes to break the spell in his match against The Undertaker in a buried alive match. From being buried alive to being owned to being possessed. A battle between brothers. Broken Matt Hardy here tonight could have his career altered indefinitely. Matt Hardy, tonight, if he loses, will hand his contract over to his brother Jeff, and Jeff will legally own Matt Hardy's contract. What he'll do with it, I don't know. But Matt Hardy, if he wins here tonight, that means that Jeff Hardy will denounce this higher power that he's been talking about. And Jeff Hardy, he's been a changed man ever since he attacked Matt Hardy at the Insane Deletion, and in fact, it goes even further than that. From the moment that Jeff Hardy won Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, he has changed. He's become more vicious, more sadistic. All he cares about is becoming NLW champion. And anybody that stands in his way will get knocked over. Well, Mr. Money in the Bank, the charismatic enigma, he said it himself. If he wins here tonight, Matt Hardy becomes property of Jeff Hardy. However, Jeff Hardy has stated if he loses, then he will denounce the higher power and will patch things up with Matt Hardy. We'll see if he's a man of his word. But high stakes in this match indeed, as the match is underway. A battle between brothers. They're former NLW Tag Team Champions, and Jeff wants to shake the hand. Oh, and slaps his brother. Jeff Hardy has no respect for his brother Matt and what he's done for him. And Matt has snapped. Matt Hardy now beating the hell out of his brother with a bulldog. And you know that Matt Hardy, oh good grief, flips him into the turnbuckles. You know Matt Hardy doesn't hate Jeff Hardy, but he hates what he's become. And oh, Matt thrown into the ring post. And now Jeff Hardy with a drop kick. And you know that Jeff is just taunting Matt at this moment. Downward spiral to Matt Hardy. It was at the Insane Deletion match against Sanity. Matt Hardy pleaded with Jeff Hardy to help him in his fight, but Hardy wanted nothing to do with it. He says that Matt has held him back. And tonight, Jeff wants revenge. But Matt Hardy still has hope that there's his brother in there somewhere. Went for the side effect, but reversed in a suplex fronted on the top rope. And now Jeff Hardy can zone in on Matt and a drop kick to Matt Hardy. And we saw this past week Jeff Hardy come out of the casket, talk about this higher power, and now goes for poetry in motion, but nobody home. And Matt Hardy with a suplex on the stairs. There's no give whatsoever on those stairs. And if you want any indication that Jeff Hardy's changed, just see what happened on our last episode. Jeff Hardy, and that, oh, he went for the leg drop, but a powerbomb and a kick out. Great reversal. And now Jeff Hardy, springboard moonsault. As I was saying on our last episode, Jeff Hardy was going to hit the swanton on Matt Hardy, but he jumped down from the ladder. He no longer takes risks for these fans. He does things for Jeff Hardy and Jeff Hardy alone. And following on the whisper in the wind, Jeff Hardy wants to put it away with a twist of hate. Can he hit it? No. Backslide from Matt. Is this going to be all? No. And right into the side effect maybe, but elbows his way free. Now Jeff Hardy on the top rope, but Matt Hardy pushes him off. And now Matt Hardy going to the top rope and hits the moonsault. Hooks the outside leg, but a kick out from Jeff. Very close. Matt Hardy close to winning. And it's the side effect. Matt Hardy, desperate, doesn't want his contract to become property of Jeff's. And now Matt, go for the twist of fate. But Jeff Hardy pushes him into the corner. But Matt controls the grip still. And Matt Hardy, no way does he want a twist of fate from the top rope. Oh my God! And drops him on the top rope. Well, Matt Hardy dropped right on his appendix, or at least where it used to be. Now Jeff on the top rope. What is he doing? Oh, good grief! Swanton! Swanton with Matt Hardy laying across that top rope. Oh, we could have snapped a vertebrae in that spine. And that was to break his damn neck, for God's sake! And Jeff Hardy now owns his own brother. Jeff Hardy now holds control of Matt Hardy's contract. He will not denounce the higher power, and now Jeff Hardy owns his own brother, and it's a sad sight to see what this family relationship has become. It has crumbled. Matt Hardy wanted to patch things up, but look at this. There's no getting up from that. The swanton from the top rope, and then the twist of fate hanging off that top rope. And now Matt Hardy has to come to terms with the fact that he is now owned by his brother Jeff.
Now you know how it feels to be stuck under the thumb of someone else. You no longer control me, Matt, and this week on NLW, I will give you your first assignment. In fact, this week on NLW, the higher power will be revealed, and the Antichrist of professional wrestling, Jeff Hardy, will no longer be forgotten.
Well, Hardy will not be forgotten after tonight. Matt Hardy now under Jeff's control. Mr. Money in the Bank has all the power. And what will he do when Matt Hardy becomes his property? Welcome back to True Grit. Our next contest is for the brand new NLW Atlas Championship. And here comes the first man in this triple threat contest, the Ring General, Walter. Each of these men in this match won a qualifier, a triple threat qualifier, to get to this three-way match tonight to crown the first ever NLW Atlas Champion. Just one of the many initiatives undertaken by NLW Commissioner Shawn Michaels. And Walter, he is very confident in his abilities. He's undefeated so far in NLW, as is this man, who has just burst onto the scene. He is limitless. This is Keith Lee. And I have never seen a man like Keith Lee, the size of him, do the things that he can do. There's a reason they call him Limitless, folks. And tonight, he wants to become the first ever Atlas Champion and make his mark on No Limits Wrestling. And you know what? He made his mark this past week on NLW, pouncing AJ Styles out of the ring and onto the Good Brothers. And that's another thing I want to mention. What is the relationship between AJ Styles and the Good Brothers? Because it seems as though AJ, although he's friends with the Good Brothers, he doesn't want them fighting his battles. Well, tonight, AJ is going to need all the help he can get. And that's not to discount his abilities. However, he lacks the size in this matchup, but what he lacks in his size, he makes up for in determination. He was the first ever winner of Money in the Bank here in NLW. He was a record-setting NLW champion, a record-setting hardcore champion, and tonight, can he etch his name into history as the first ever NLW Atlas champion? It's Keith Lee, it's Walter, it's AJ Styles, and now the bell has sounded and this Atlas title triple threat match is underway. Lee and Walter staring each other down, but there comes AJ with a forearm. It's the clothesline and a chop from AJ Styles, and blocks the punch. Oh, went for the kick and the leapfrog Insane agility. And there's Walter with a power slam. And a giant whoopsie. Here's the cover, but a kick out from AJ Styles. Such a great clash of styles, but blocks the punch from Walter. And look at the strength of Keith Lee. First we see his agility, and now the power. But in comes AJ Styles with a forearm. Once again breaking up the party. And AJ Styles, his first pay-per-view match since WrestleMania, coming over the top with a tope con hilo. AJ wiping out Walter. Now picking up the ring general. But look out for Keith Lee! Good God! Corkscrew plancher flying over the top rope. Have you ever seen a man the size of Keith Lee do something like that? Insane is all I've got to say about that. And now watch out again. AJ flies over the top. And right here, Keith Lee once again going over. And you can see the damage he's done to the phenomenal AJ Styles. They're going after Walter, but a big time boot. And a shoulder block. And a Hurricane Rana stopped out with a Boston Crab. And it's applied tightly. You can see the pain and the pressure on the spine of Keith Lee. And now a punch from AJ Styles, but it did not faze Walter one bit. Oh, God! Well, that's what you get when you try and break up the hold. Big time chop from Walter, I'm sure the first of many. And a chop from Keith Lee. And a chop from Walter. And Walter tells him to bring it on, and what a chop again. And now these two going hell for leather. And a big time uppercut. And a pounce. I know a certain pig will love that move, and look out! AJ Styles breaks up the pin with a 450. And now the calf crusher applied. Is Walter going to tap out? And do we have a new Atlas champion? And again wrenching on that knee. The leg is not supposed to bend that way, folks, but look at Walter gouging the eyes. And the sleeper applied. Is AJ going to pass out? He's wrenched it in. And in comes Keith Lee. And a German. Into a sleeper suplex. AJ Styles flew into my lap. And what is it going to take? What is necessary to win this match and become the Atlas champion? I don't know. But I know that move was absolutely insane. First of all, the strength to lift up Walter on his own. And then to throw AJ Styles into the mix. Big Bang catastrophe, maybe no. From behind. Suplex. German suplex, but Keith Lee stares him down in a headbutt. Walter dazed. And a shotgun John Woo drop kick. Walter picks him up, puts it away with a powerbomb. No! Code red! And a phenomenal forearm breaks up the pin. This match is 10-10. Whoa, wait a minute. Styles clash. No! On the shoulders. Spirit bomb! Oh, what the hell is this? It's the Good Brothers interfering on behalf of AJ Styles again. I don't think AJ would be appreciative of that. But Walter chopping down the Good Brothers and takes care of Gallows and Anderson. Well, they're trying to help AJ, but I don't think AJ wants it. Oh, wait a minute! Are you kidding me? A low blow from AJ Styles! And this was the plan all along! Styles clash! No! Moonsault! Keith Lee! With a moonsault! AJ! Springboard phenomenal forearm caught! Big Bang! Catastrophe! Keith Lee Atlas champion. Bask in his glory. He's done what he set out to do. He has put himself on the map and made history here tonight. Well, take a look at the ending sequence. The Spirit Bomb would have put it away had it not been for the Good Brothers. But Walter took care of them. And then AJ Styles, shockingly, with a low blow. It seems as if this was the plan for AJ Styles all along. But Keith Lee broke it up with a moonsault, went for the forearm, got caught into the Big Band Catastrophe. And Keith Lee is the brand new Atlas champion. Well, AJ being helped to his feet by the Good Brothers, their plan did not come to fruition here tonight. And neither did that man's. Walter, obviously fuming as well. Well, AJ Styles says it's not over. But Keith Lee pointing to who the man is. He is limitless and bask in the champion's glory. And you know what? The Undisputed Era wants some glory of their own. Tonight, Adam Cole steps in the ring with the former NLW Commissioner Stone Cold Steve Austin in a street fight. But the Undisputed Era will be banned from ringside. And we saw what happened this past week. That brainbuster on the car that left Austin laying. But who will be left laying in that grave tonight? Because up next, it is the Buried Alive match. Jericho and The Undertaker. The goal, put your opponent in the casket and bury them alive. Jericho has made it his mission to be the saviour, the one to stand up to The Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness, who have run roughshod over this company. And you know what? The Ministry, they hit a new low when Buddy Murphy attacked Bayley and The Undertaker was ready to give Bayley a tombstone. And you know what? Thank God Jericho saved it, but I'm telling you what, we haven't seen Bayley since. And there's also the added caveat of Kane. And you know, we saw Undertaker dress as Kane this past week to tombstone Jericho. And apparently he's got Kane under his spell to do his bidding. And this is all talk. We have not seen Kane. We don't know what the story is. Apparently The Undertaker is trying to break Kane down emotionally to do his bidding. And Jericho here tonight is aiming to put a stop to The Undertaker's path of destruction by burying him alive, but it is easier said than done. The Undertaker is remorseless. The Undertaker is evil. And tonight, he wants to do away with Chris Jericho. And he eyes up that grave menacingly. And oh, wait a minute, here comes Buddy Murphy of the Ministry, the disciple, the code breaker. And now there's Christian, another member of the Ministry, going for the kill switch with a Judas effect. And oh, there's Big Vis. And Jericho thrown into the barricade. Big Vis powering Jericho to the outside. And this was a master plan, a mugging by the members of the Ministry of Darkness. And now Jericho thrown in and the match begins, but it may be over right here with the last ride. Jericho getting ambushed by the members of the Ministry. They've all been brainwashed by this guy. That is why Buddy Murphy, I mean, I'm not making excuses for the guy, but why else would Buddy Murphy attack his own friend Bayley if it weren't for The Undertaker? And now Jericho throwing dirt in the eyes of Owen. Smacks him with that shovel. Another water Jericho in that grave. Right on top of the casket. And if Jericho immobilizes Undertaker, he's not going to be able to climb out of that. And now going to shut the casket, but that is just part one. The next part is to cover that casket in dirt, to bury your opponent alive. And that's not enough yet. Oh my God. He sits up and now throttles Jericho by the throat. But an arm drag. And The Undertaker falls down the grave. And now Jericho running crossbody to The Undertaker. Chris Jericho wiping out the dead man, the Phenom. And now the steel stairs off of the skull of The Undertaker. And going to throw him back in now. And now goes for the Lion Salt, but caught out. Throttled by the throat. Choke slam. The Undertaker scratching and clawing his way back to relevancy. And he can claim to be all powerful. And look at this now. Tombstone coming. No, Jericho fights out. And it's a Judas effect. And that may have knocked out The Undertaker, folks. But now here's the hard part. Carry that 300-pound frame over to the grave and bury him alive. And look at this, Jericho trying to bury him, but the shovel off the spine. And oh, good God, to the back of the skull. The Undertaker smacking that shovel across the back of the head. And I think Jericho's loopy. He doesn't know where he is, but he's trying to get to higher ground. Trying to get to safety. He's on top of the stage here, and The Undertaker catches him. Jericho, he's loopy, and oh my God! That's it, he's done. Jericho thrown off stage, landing spine first on the casket. Sickening FUD. Lord, just end it, man. Oh, but he slaps him. Jericho's going to continue to be defiant. He gets hit with a jumping tombstone into the casket. And now shuts it. The lid is shut as The Undertaker continues to shovel dirt onto Chris Jericho in that casket. And he is buried alive. Short but sweet for The Undertaker. And he will continue to push this propaganda that he is all powerful as he brainwashes more, because he did what he set out to do, and that is bury Chris Jericho alive. Well, Jericho, he was attacked from the onset, and that shovel, I'm telling you, man, that was it. And then Chris Jericho getting thrown off stage, and then this, the jumping tombstone in that casket, and Jericho is buried alive. And The Undertaker celebrates his victory here tonight. Jericho will rest in peace. Oh, what the hell? What is this? Oh my God. The grave's on fire! And The Undertaker, he looks like he's seen a ghost. The mask high atop the arena. Is Kane really under The Undertaker's spell? Coming up next, it is Ultimate X for the X Division Championship. 5 of the best that this division has to offer competing in this high-stakes matchup. And introducing first, he is a member of LIJ Los Ingobernables. He's the X Division champion. This is Hiromu Takahashi, the ticking time bomb. And he, along with Tetsuya Naito, Andrade and Garza, and their manager Selena Vega, they formed LIJ a couple weeks ago to cause mayhem and destruction. And you know they're going to be watching this match with close eyes. And here's another man who, let's face it, he could be the wild card in this one. A former member of the New Day after this past week. Kofi Kingston qualified for this match by winning a triple threat match on Turbo. And this past week on NLW, he dove from the balcony onto all of the competitors in this match. And Kofi says he's done with the New Day and he's got title aspirations. And here's a man who's also gone off the deep end. A member of the newly formed Death Triangle, the Bastard Pack. And the Death Triangle this past week picked up a huge victory in the main event. And Pac tonight looking for singles gold. Not accompanied by the Lucha Brothers tonight. But we've seen what the Death Triangle have done. They took out the NLW Tag Team Champions and we've not seen the Bucks since. And here's a man who earned this opportunity by winning the prestigious Super X Cup. And he had his opportunity stolen by Pac and LIJ. So tonight, Mustafa Ali finally gets his shot. And Ali, you can see Pac staring daggers into Ali. It was Ali who beat Pac in the final of that Super X Cup. And here's a man looking for redemption. The high-flying, risk-taking Ricochet. A real-life superhero, many have said. And Ricochet, the former champion. He lost that title to Hiromu on episode 94, and tonight, this is his rematch. He wants it back. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I thought the match was going to begin, but it's the music of, well, Sweet Chin music. The Heartbreak Kid, our NLW Commissioner, Shawn Michaels, and there he is. But what is the Commissioner doing out here right now?
Hold on a second, don't ring the bell, because there is one more man that's going to be added to this match. Someone who many of you know quite well. This Ultimate X match is now a 6-man free-for-all, including this guy right here.
No way! This man has a lot of history of him. The aerial assassin, Will Ospreay, is back in NLW. And you know what? He has got a very aggressive look on his face, and you can see him staring daggers at Ricochet, because it was Ricochet who beat Ospreay in 10 seconds to win the X Division Championship. And since then, we have not seen Ospreay. But now this Ultimate X match is underway. Ali with a Rana to Pac, and yeah, just go back and watch episode 73 of NLW to see what happened between those two. A record-setting victory for Ricochet, and Ospreay was embarrassed. We haven't seen him since, but he is back for revenge, and look out! The Sasuke special over the top. Ospreay's back and he's looking jacked. He's obviously been hitting the gym since he's been gone, but here comes Ricochet flying over the top onto Ospreay and Ali. And now there's only one man left standing, and that's Kofi Kingston. And Kofi now climbing the trust. And what is he doing now? Trustful! Wiping out everybody, just like he did this past week when he dove from the balcony. Well, I have it on good authority that the New Day are watching this one right now, probably furious at how well Kofi has handled himself recently. And look at this. Since deciding to go solo, he's been doing very well for himself, including getting this opportunity here. And he may be one step closer to getting the X Division Championship. He's going to the centre. But there's Takahashi to stop him in his tracks. And now Kofi with a stop from the rope. And a missile drop kick from the Bastard Pack. And now Ricochet hanging on, and the Rana dropping down onto Pac. And a vicious kick from Ospreay to Ricochet. No love lost there. And now Ospreay. Oh, he's got a hand on the title. But in comes Ali to stop him. Hanging on by a thread, and oh my God! Spanish fly from the ropes. Swinging into it. And that just goes to show you the risk they'll take. And meanwhile on the outside, Pac dropping Kofi with a powerbomb on the outside, and now a sunset bomb from the champion. LIJ versus Death Triangle right there. The warring factions as we've seen on the past few episodes of NLW, and now Takahashi looking to retain the championship, but springs in does Ricochet, and like a cat holds on and kicks down Hiromu Takahashi. And Ricochet very close to getting that title, but now Hiromu with a powerbomb. The powerbomb takes out Ricochet now on the shoulders. DVD in the corner. And Hiromu holds 2 straight victories over Ricochet. One of them for the X Division Championship, and there's a super kick, but in comes Ospreay. And now going to run it in, but a belly to belly into the corner. Crashes into Ali. And do you know what? I just can't get over that. How ripped and shredded Ospreay's looking. And he wants to go for the arse cutter, but Pac catches him out with a German suplex in midair. Remember the classic they had at Zero Fear several years ago, but Trouble in Paradise from Kofi Kingston. And now Kofi going towards the centre, but Ricochet sees him. He's hanging on, but look at, oh my God, 630! 630 splash, using his body to stop Kofi from grabbing the title. An unbelievable risk, but he makes sure that this match continues. Look at this again. Kofi hanging on, and then this 630 splash wiping him out. Unbelievable. And now Kofi on the outside. And Ali with a inverted 054. Crushes Ricochet, and now Pac, the bastard, going to the front, but look at the leaping ability of Ali to stop him. And now a springboard dropkick from Takahashi stops either of them from getting his title. And Hiromu, great maneuver there, but you can tell he's still a bit winded. Oh, good grief! Hidden blade. That back elbow to the back of the skull, the hidden blade, wiping out Takahashi. And now Will Ospreay causing chaos. The last minute addition to this match. Going to try and get his title back. And now the man that took his title in 20 seconds, Ricochet holding on. And Ospreay is so close, but he can't unhook the title. And now Pac is there. Pac is there. Oh my God, the tightrope! Walking the ropes and stomping him down. Now Pac, one hand, holding on. He's got the championship. But Selena Vega from LIJ. And now Andrade presses Garza into a dropkick. Los Ingobernables working to help Takahashi retain the title. And now Pac is defenseless. But wait a minute. It's Rey Fenix. Pentagon Jr. And a cutter on the outside. And now Ospreay and Ricochet fight in the Death Triangle. And LIJ. It's gang war here tonight. And oh my Lord. Canadian Destroyer. To Garza to the outside. Selena can't believe it. And now Kofi, in all of the chaos, Kofi's going to do it. Oh, that low blow. And damn it, there's Tetsuya Naito with Destino. Tetsuya Naito, once again, he helped Hiromu win that championship, and he's going to help him retain it. And now he's got a clear path to the title. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is a bit of a serious situation here. We've got a fan hopping the guardrail to attack Naito with that chair. But, wait a minute, that's no fan! That's the Mental Commissioner! And Ali! Diving into shot! And Ali grabs the championship! Mustafa Ali has done it, and the Metal Commissioner, he fired Tetsuya Naito from Metal, and now he's invaded this show to stop Naito from winning that title. Well, I'll tell you what, the EVP of NLW, Triple H, will be furious with that. But what an insane match this was. The Destroyer to the outside, Kofi had it won, Naito comes in, here's Destino, and then from the crowd, a masked figure with the chair shot, and it turned out to be the Commissioner of Metal, who was fuming. And now, we have a new champion. LIJ reconvene in the ring. They are furious. And thanks to the Commissioner of Metal, Ali is the new X Division champion. Well, the Death Triangle also going to be licking their wounds, as is the returning Will Ospreay, who's got unfinished business with Ricochet. But I'll tell you what, I don't think anybody deserves it more than that man, Mustafa Ali, the brand new X Division champion. And coming up next, folks, is going to be a street fight. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Adam Cole. One-on-one, no interference from the Undisputed Era, as they are banned from ringside. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be bloody. And it's up next. Adam Cole, Stone Cold Steve Austin. A street fight, no time limit. They are about to go to war. And that insane street fight is next. It is a street fight between two bitter rivals that, quite frankly, cannot be contained any longer. And here comes the leader of the Undisputed Era, coming out here alone. The Undisputed Era banned from ringside after Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Young Bucks won a handicap match against the UE. And now, we got a mixed bag of fans here in the arena. Some of them despise this man. Others think he's been mistreated. You can make your own mind up. But from the petition that Undisputed got around, quite frankly, Adam Cole is the catalyst for getting Stone Cold fired as NLW Commissioner. But now, Austin 316 is a performer on this show. It started when Adam Cole injured John Cena. Austin, as the Commissioner, threatened to fire the Undisputed Era. And since then, we've seen Adam Cole injure Stone Cold. Austin's come back with a beer bath. He's destroyed the Titantron. He's attacked them one by one, even going as far as to drop that car from the forklift. And now the shenanigans are over and this match is underway. Almost a year in the making, and it's finally happening. And driving Adam Cole into the ring post. And if you want to see, oh good grief, a chair shot from Austin. If you want to see the rivalry between these two, just go back through the NLW playlist and you'll see the lengths they've gone to destroy each other. And there's a suplex on the barricade. And Austin, under no rules, He will show no mercy. And throwing Adam Cole into the stairs. Now, oh my goodness. And a pile driver on the stairs. He may have seriously injured Adam Cole here. And let's not forget, someone's career could end in this match. You know the animosity between these two. You've seen it play out on NLW. And right there, that may have ended it already. Stone Cold Steve Austin already going for the stunner on Adam Cole. But Adam Cole runs out of the ring. And Adam Cole, oh wait a minute, he's got that ring bell. Adam Cole's got that ring bell. He's on the apron now. Austin doesn't see it, and right off the skull. And a chair shot to the leg. And now Adam Cole choking out Austin with that chair. And that ring bell may have done some serious damage. Oh, look at this, some barbed wire in. Oh, good grief. Austin is busted open, he is bleeding everywhere. And now Adam Cole wants to suplex on that barbed wire, but Austin reverses it. And that cut above the eye from the ring bell shot has opened up Austin, but that may have just ticked him off. Stomping a mud hole and walking it dry is Steve Austin, but an elbow. Now Adam Cole, Panama Sunrise, not on the barbed wire, but a backdrop. And Adam Cole backdropped onto the barbed wire, the wire sticking in his flesh. And Adam Cole, that back is torn to shreds. Look at it, and a punch. And now throws the barbed wire onto Adam Cole. We knew it would be brutal, but I didn't expect it to get this intense, this extreme so early. Now Adam Cole looking for something, and there's a barbed wire bat off the skull. Adam Cole with a barbed wire, and now raking the face of Steve Austin. And on the shoulders now for the Hoshi-Goroshi, drops him across the knee. Here's the cover, but it's going to take more to keep the rattlesnake down. And you know what? Austin is still going to be rocked from being attacked with that brainbuster on that car this past week on NLW. And now, what is Adam Cole doing? He's got the handcuffs on now. And now Adam Cole wailing away with some sickening thuds with that chair shot. And places it on the face and a bicycle kick to the chair. And Steve Austin in a bad way here. Adam Cole wants to do more damage to the knee, but pushed into the ring post. And that may have bought Austin some time. And now using those handcuffs to his advantage, choking out Adam Cole. And now Adam Cole being choked out in the STF. Steve Austin with the STF applied on Adam Cole, and look at this, crawling onto the barbed wire to get free, and he does. And that may have done a lot of damage to Cole, but he needed to do it. Let's face it. And now spearing Steve Austin to the outside. And Adam Cole now maybe ruining the day. He started to mess with Austin. And now a camera shot to Adam Cole, and Steve Austin training to be a cameraman, it seems. And Austin now going to film his own ass whooping. Oh, but a super kick. A super kick from Adam Cole. And a Panama Sunrise through the announce table. My God, he could have broken his neck. NLW episode 82. That was the night where Adam Cole hit a Panama Sunrise through Stone Cold, through the announce table, and put him out of action for several months. And he just did it again here in this match. And it may be over for Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the last shot. The last shot, but Austin manages to roll to the ropes to safety. But it may not be safe at all. The barbed wire in. Now Adam Cole looking for a suplex. Can he hit it on the barbed wire? No, a suplex to the outside, and Adam Cole hits the concrete. Adam Cole hitting the concrete below as Austin continues to bleed profusely. And a back suplex on the ramp. That LED ramp. No give there whatsoever. And in front of the fans, a catapult into the stage. Adam Cole in a lot of trouble here. And what is Austin thinking? He's going to spear him. No! Adam Cole torpedoes him through the stage. Through the LED, at least part of that stage, broken through. And now they're fighting behind this huge set here tonight. And now Adam Cole and Steve Austin, what is... Oh, Jesus! Adam Cole thrown through that stage light. The shards of glass cutting up the skin. And Steve Austin has been pushed over the limit. Look at this. Right through that stage light, behind the stage. Shards of glass going everywhere. Adam Cole, he must be in a back... I am very sorry, folks. I'm sorry for the graphic nature of this match. But that's what you expect with a feud this personal, and there is a super kick. Adam Cole, I've never seen him like this before. And a backdrop. Onto the barbed wire and the stunner. And Adam Cole kicks out. Somehow, someway, Adam Cole kicks out. Well, the fans may not be happy about it, but Adam Cole, I don't know whether it was instinct or what it was, but he kicked out the Stone Cold Stunner. And now that barbed wire table placed in the ring. Stone Cold, not a suplex, surely. He's trying for it. Oh, but Adam Cole! Oh, Panama! Freaking sunrise! Through the table! Through the barbed wire! And Adam Cole wrapping barbed wire around his knee! And the last shot onto the barbed wire! And Adam Cole gets the win! I can only gasp in awe at what we've just witnessed. Hands down, the bloodiest match in NLW history. And it was a fitting end. Look at this again. Panama Sunrise, and then Adam Cole getting thrown through the glass, getting cut up all over. And then this, I thought it was over. Stone Cold Stunner, 1-2, but Adam Cole kicked out. Then the Panama Sunrise through the table of barbed wire. He wrapped barbed wire around his leg, hit the last shot. Not only the barbed wire to the back of the skull, but Adam Cole making sure Austin landed face first onto that barbed wire. Love him or hate him, Adam Cole and Stone Cold Steve Austin both getting a standing ovation for their performances here tonight. Just absolutely disgusting. However, Adam Cole proves he could do it on his own. Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated. Adam Cole is victorious. And there you see a man who also wants to be victorious here tonight, the cleaner, Kenny Omega. He steps in the triple cage tonight with this man, Kevin Owens, the prize fighter, who also has his sights set on the NLW Championship, currently held by this guy, the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan. And that championship is set to be handed over and hung above the rafters. It is the triple cage match for the NLW Championship. Daniel Bryan defends against Kenny Omega and Kevin Owens, who is going to walk out of the triple cage as NLW Champion. And there you see the first look at this cage in all its glory. The aim of the game is simple. These three men will start in that Hell in a Cell cage. They will make their way on the ladder through to the second cage, aka Hardcore Hell. There's weapons strewn everywhere. From here you've got to find the key, climb to the third and final cage. This is where the NLW Championship will be held. You get on top of that third cage and you grab the championship and you are the champion. And about to make his way to the ring, it is the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. Owens has never been in a match like this before, but he is no stranger to matches like this. This is the first pay-per-view appearance of Kevin Owens since his match 3 years ago at WrestleMania 3. On that night, he defeated Triple H in a brutal I Quit match. Tonight, he steps into a match which Triple H himself said took years off his own career. The Triple Cage. However, this is the price they are willing to pay. And here comes the second challenger. A man who has been in a cage like this not too long ago when he beat The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell to end a brutal rivalry at Enter the Dragon. Tonight, he steps back into the cage, only this time there's 3 tiers and the NLW title is up for grabs. And if you've not already seen it, I would recommend you go and check out the Triple Cage exclusive preview that is currently on this channel. In it, there's exclusive interviews from all 3 of the men in this match, including EVP Triple H and the Commissioner Shawn Michaels, talking about just how brutal this match is going to be and what their thoughts are heading into it. It's a really interesting insight. I'd recommend you go check that out on this channel after you've watched this match. But right now we've got the third and final entrant. It is the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan, who this past week got hit with a one-winged angel from Kenny Omega. And obviously, there was respect between Bryan and Omega. They have a storied past here. They wrestled at WrestleMania 3, the same event where Owens beat Triple H in that I Quit match. However, things have been bubbling under the surface for several months. Ever since Kenny Omega came to the rescue of Daniel Bryan, all he asked for in return was an NLW title match, and things kept getting delayed. We had an inconclusive finish between these 3 on episode 94 when both Omega and Owens pinned Daniel Bryan at the same time. So hopefully this match will finally settle the score between these 3 men. The Triple Cage is underway. And a suplex into the corner. And now Owens has the right idea to grab the ladder, but a drop kick from Omega. Remember, you've got to climb the ladder into the second cage, climb into the hatch, and then grab the NLW title, but went for the V-trigger, got caught with a kick, and a brutal kick from Bryan. Omega knocks the loopy for a second, but a ladder shot from Kevin Owens. And throws the ladder right at Kenny Omega. And a cannonball to Kenny. There has only ever been one other NLW Triple Cage match. That was on episode 27 back in 2015. It was won by Sting. It also featured The Undertaker and current EVP Triple H. And now the next generation are set to fight in this cage as Bryan punches Omega, but I should say punches Owens, but gets thrown into the cage. And now Owens looking for the cannonball, but hits the cage instead. And you know what? There's such high risk, and these men talked about it this past week. The dangers of this cage, and there's a tope from Bryan. They discussed it, how the fact that there's 3 tiers means this cage has to be reinforced, which means when you hit the cage, it's all the more devastating. Triple H said it's like hitting concrete, and look out for Omega! Tope con hilo over the top. But he hit his face onto that cage. And the ladder's in the ring. So we will see whether or not Omega will be able to take advantage and climb. Look out for him coming over the top. There you see it again. This is our main event here at NLW True Grit. NLW title on the line in this triple cage match. Only the second ever in company history. And on a moonsault, you can't escape onto the ladder. And what a fitting move for a match like this. And comes Daniel Bryan with a chop. And clotheslines out Kenny. Both men go into the cage, and again, Omega thrown into the cage. And a drop kick from Bryan. And Bryan runs at him, but an elbow stops him in his tracks. Omega climbs the cage and a moonsault from the side of the cage. Wiping out Bryan. He's taking some time to catch his breath. And now Owens, oh jeez. Damn, did you see the way that ladder connected off the skull of Kenny Omega? No remorse from Owens. Now Kevin Owens with a twisting corkscrew suplex. Fisherman Buster, whatever you want to call it, it's effective. And now Kenny Omega is down, and Owens has his sights set on climbing into the second cage, but there's Daniel Bryan to deliver a German suplex. And now Bryan lying in wait. Going for the Psycho knee. No! Pop-up powerbomb. Owens stops him in his tracks. And Daniel Bryan is down. Is the title reign, which began in a triple threat, ironically, at WrestleMania 4, is that coming to an end? Here tonight, Daniel Bryan gets suplexed gut first on that open ladder. And now it's Kenny Omega's time to climb. He's trying to open the hatch, but there's Kevin Owens to stop it. And off the top of the ladder, a suplex. Suplex from the top of the ladder. And Kenny Omega's down, but in comes Daniel Bryan. Is he going to climb and get into that second cage? Maybe he's got a hand on it. And there's Kevin Owens. Oh, and he pushes the ladder over. And Daniel Bryan crashes and burns. Bryan crashing and burning to the outside. And Kevin Owens very happy with himself. But I'll tell you what, Daniel Bryan in a heap of trouble. Gets pushed over. And first of all, his shoulder hit that cage at an awkward angle. Because there's no give. You hit it like concrete. It's like a concrete wall. And then you fall down, and Bryan busted open as Kenny Omega, wait, what the hell? Oh, wait, he's going to climb into the second cage. But Owens pulls it away, and now Omega hanging from the top of the cage. And a poison spike Rana to Owens. Kevin Owens spiked, and there's a V-trigger. V-trigger to Omega. I should say to Owens. Keep getting those two mixed up. But I'll tell you what, they both have the same amount of passion and heart to become NLW champion. And torpedoes Owens into the cage. And a drop kick to Bryan. The cleaner's on fire. And Bryan still bleeding. Omega brings the table in, and there's a kick from the bloody champion. Omega rocked. And is Bryan running for the knees? No! Caught out with a powerbomb into the cage. No give whatsoever on that powerbomb, and Bryan still bleeding. He is in a bad way here. As Owens is placed on that table by Omega. What is Kenny thinking here? He could go into that second cage now. But Owens is there to stop him. Stopping him on that ladder. And the table set up. Oh no, oh no! Package pile driver from the top of the ladder through the table. And that may be it for Kenny Omega. Owens has his eyes fixated on that NLW Championship. All he has to do is climb. Easier said than done, but look at that. That may have taken out Omega. Package pile driver through the table, and he may be done for. And Owens, he's unlocking the hatch. Bryan to his feet. And Bryan with a diving headbutt to the ladder. And that's the kind of thing that can cause you concussion. But it may have worked. Owens knocked off the ladder. Daniel Bryan climbing. Is he gonna? Oh, he is. He's in the second cage now. Daniel Bryan in hardcore hell. And now Kenny Omega gonna join him. They're in the second cage, but before Omega gets to him, is Daniel Bryan gonna unlock the door? He's got the key, but Kenny Omega slams the chair in the spine. And now there's weapons throughout. There's the kendo stick and a chop from Omega. Any one of these men could fall through at any moment. Goes for the V trigger maybe, but he hits the cage. And Daniel Bryan now with that kendo stick. The yes lock applied. That kendo stick ripping at the flesh of Omega. Wait a minute. Kevin Owens has joined them. And Kevin Owens has the key. Owens unlocking the door. But Daniel Bryan slams the door in his face. And there's a German suplex onto the steel with that kendo stick hooking. Bryan is losing a lot of blood fast. And now Omega, I should say Owens, is also bleeding and raking that barbed wire back across the face. And Owens with a brainbuster suplex on the steel, and they're just above that hatch that they used to get in. And now Kevin Owens showing off his sadistic nature, taunting with a V-trigger. Oh my God! Kenny Omega with a mega V-trigger. That sends both men crashing through the side of that cage. Look at this again. Owens too busy showboating and gets hit with a V-trigger. Both men fall through the side and this cage gets busted open. Speaking of busted open, look at this. Stomping the trash can on the skull of Owens. And that table off the throat of Kenny Omega. I mean, it's desperation at this point. They're on the outside now. And Omega with that crutch right to the skull of Daniel Bryan, who's laid out on that table. If Bryan falls off that table, he's falling through the announce table, I'm telling you now. And Omega climbs a cage with a super moonsault. And Omega just about hangs on. Daniel Bryan through the table, and there's a stunner. A stunner from Kevin Owens. Owens taking out the cleaner. And Owens now climbing that trust. Kevin Owens is on top of the second cage. All he has to do, climb up that third one. And he's trying to get the title belt with Psycho Knee from Daniel Bryan, who puts a stop to it. Man, oh man, it's high risk up there. On top of the cage. But thrown into that third one. Owens creating some separation. Bryan hanging on. Oh my God! Good God Almighty! Thrown off the top of the cage. And a V-trigger from Omega. And a one-winged angel. Owens and Bryan. Both men are down. Omega. He's got a clear path to the championship. All he has to do is unhook it. Wait a minute. What is this? What the hell? It's the Undertaker. What is he doing out here? What the hell is Mr. Money in the Bank? The Antichrist of Pro Wrestling, Jeff Hardy, climbing the cage, and the referee, he's signaling to something, and Jeff Hardy is cashing in mid-match. Jeff Hardy cashing in Money in the Bank. And Jeff is the new NLW champion. Well, what the hell is going on? We saw Hardy earlier tonight. He won the contract of his own brother. And now he's cashed in his own Money in the Bank contract. Well, here you see Bryan was thrown off of the cage. Brutal display. And then this V-trigger and the one-winged angel from Kenny Omega. I mean, Omega had it won. And the Undertaker was there. And then thanks to the Undertaker, Jeff Hardy able to cash in Money in the Bank, grab the championship, and look at this. They're shaking hands. And I think it's pretty obvious to everyone watching that the higher power Jeff Hardy was talking about was the Undertaker himself, and the new recruit to the ministry is also the new NLW champion, Jeff Hardy.